I am doing the weekly astrology for September 14th through 20th, 2025. Thank you for joining me. This week, we are pulled to look at the balance or imbalance in our words, actions, and minds. Notice if your intention is to build bridges or to tear people and things apart. We look to where we can find sanctuary from the incessant noise and rhetoric that wants to pull us down. We crave comfort and an easing of the stress that is clearly taking a toll on all of us. As the cycle of the sun in Virgo draws to a close, we look to what are those small details that will give us a practical handhold on what comes next. What is clear is that we are going to lean in the direction of alleviating any and all people and situations that cause unnecessary stress. Much needs to be completed this week, and doing things now is going to be incredibly helpful later. September 15th, the moon moves into Cancer. The moon in Cancer moves us to address all things associated with our home. Time to clear things out, clean things up with this Virgo sun, and make things more in alignment with who we are becoming now. Even if logistics are challenging, it is wise to do the due diligence and follow through so you have a set plan. September 17th, the moon into Leo. Changes in the air, and there's a bounce in your step and a lightening of your hearts. What is needed to happen is clearly happening. While much of the global world seems beyond our control, what we can do and control to allow ourselves to feel prepared and grounded is exactly what is needed at this time. September 18th, Mercury moves into Libra. We seek more diplomatic ways to gain ground in this world, and that seems on the in this world that seems on the edge of insanity. There is clearly a line being drawn in the sand, and what we say and how we move forward is going to be more than challenging. What is clear is that we can no longer sit on the sidelines. We also cannot accommodate the opinions of others that harm our world and others. While we have to weigh our actions and choices carefully, very carefully, we need to consider the consequences of our actions. We will also need to find a way to come to a fair and honorable conclusion. With this impulse, we can find ways to build bridges and to refine connections with others. September 19th, Venus moves into Virgo. This is an aspect that ignites the desire to move through our acts of service. Love needs to be expressed in more practical ways at this time. Actions need to have a purpose and to have an intention to help and support others. Virgo is already a sign that enjoys a more practical application to our thoughts and intentions. Venus wants to put more romance into the picture and indulge some moments in those things that allow us to love our life and cultivate more pleasure. Be careful to not be overly critical of others, especially those you love the most. This is a perfect week to get that massage, some acupuncture, do a yoga class, and do those things that support a healthy and happy mind and heart. Remember that when you love something, it is going to require your care and attention, and that also means that to love yourself, you must learn to do the same and on a much more personal level. See every living thing as something sacred and respond accordingly. Venus in Virgo is a magical refining fire, one that is not just trying to strip things away, but it wants to build a path through ritual devotion that shows that love and intention in concrete ways. This week, find a way to allow your love to be expressed in each and every movement, word, action, deed, and thought. When you embrace loving yourself, then you can find a way to honor others as equals. Thanks, everyone.